Friend, if you struggle with anxiety, I want you to know you're not alone. I want you to know that there is a solution to move past this fear, to move past the feelings of dread and the feelings of inadequacy. Part of the reason anxiety is in your physical being is because it's trying to protect you. So if you can understand that those anxious feelings, even those depressive feelings, they're trying to keep you safe. If you can understand that little baby you is trying to hold you back from experiencing parts of life because there is some dread, there is some terror. And if you could give yourself grace in that and honor the fact that your body is trying to protect you, those physical symptoms are trying to protect you. You will move differently with your anxiety and your depression if you approach it from a place of understanding, compassion, and maybe, just maybe, allowing it to be there. Part of the problem with anxiety is that we try to push it away. We try to force those feelings away, and sometimes that's not the solution. Sometimes the solution is trusting your intuition, trusting your body. If you're burnt the fuck out, going to that event is not the right thing to do for you, and that's okay. Setting boundaries and knowing how to approach relationships differently is what will honor those feelings inside of you. So saying, I trust you, body, I trust your signals, I'm gonna listen to you. You will move differently if you just give that emotion a little bit of space, a little bit of grace, a little bit of honor. When we have those anxious thoughts, when we physically feel tight in our body, we can actively loosen through our body and practice movements that allow us to flow a little bit easier. But sometimes rest and sometimes reclusing is the right thing to do. If we're not in alignment with what we actually want in this lifetime, you absolutely will experience conflict. That's what happens in our physical being when we're walking in a direction, in a world that's not made for us, in a societal structure that's not made for us. Particularly the beings who are not linear, who experience the wave of life, who have an emotional experience, the anxiety that comes with just fucking existing in a world that wasn't built for us, it's real. And if we honor those things and allow our body to have those physical responses, trust those physical responses, we start to walk towards the things that actually are for us. So anxiety is deemed as this terrible, awful, bad thing. But what if we actually just honored it as what it is? It's an emotional signal to walk in a different direction. Sometimes it's signaling us the wrong way. And that's because our signals got messed up earlier in life. That's because the signals that we developed early on said that's a dangerous place to be. You shouldn't push the boundaries of what you know, because you're actually not very smart. You shouldn't push the boundaries of gaining momentum or influence because people don't actually want to hear from you. You shouldn't pursue that business because you're not very consistent or disciplined. So how do you think you could survive in that? The anxiety that holds us back from these parts of life, that holds us back from being in social gatherings where we know we're safe, that part can be challenged. Absolutely. If you know that there's an anxious thought in you that's holding you back from being fully immersed in life, you should challenge those things. But maybe the other side of that, when your anxiety comes in and says, I don't want to be around this person makes me feel small, this person makes my skin crawl. Maybe, just maybe, your body is saying that's not the energy we want to be around. Maybe your body is signaling something that your intellectual and logical brain isn't quite understanding yet. We're quick to chase anxiety away. We're quick to put a pill down our throat to make these negative emotions go away. But what if those negative emotions were serving us? What if they were there for a reason? What if they were helping us survive? That anxiety that you're experiencing, sweet, sweet friend, maybe, just maybe, it's there for a reason. Maybe it's time to move. Maybe that hard place that you're in is needing to be challenged so you can start to walk towards your happiest and healthiest version because you're worth it. Anxiety is not a fun part of the road, but it's definitely a part of the road for all of us. It's actually fairly normal. So listen to those signals, listen to the things that are no longer serving you, and walk in a different direction. There is no one in this world that brings the gifts that you do. There is no one in this world who has your lenses, and so we need you, and specifically you. I hope you're walking towards your happiest and healthiest version. And if you're looking for guidance in that, make sure you hit subscribe. That's what we talk about here. Thanks for being here. I fucking love you.